Hey everybody, Jayborino here, welcome back. Continuing StarCraft 2, this is the epilogue, Mission 2, The Essence of Eternity. We are playing as the Terran this time.
Friend Raynor, it appears the process is beginning. The Xel'naga's light will be impossible to hide from our enemy. The battle ahead shall be a difficult one. I hope you are prepared for it.
So let's talk achievements before we get started. The first normal achievement is to not let Kerrigan drop below 1500 health. The second normal achievement is to get 60 or more kills with her ability, the Celestial Beam, which is sort of like the mining drill from the Dig mission in Wings of Liberty. It's just a global, huge amount of damage you can individually kill units with. The Mastery achievement, which is directly at odds with that second normal achievement, is to kill 15 or fewer units. So if you kill all the Void Thrashers, that's something like 8, and then the mission finishes fairly early, but it is very challenging. A lot of people say that this is the hardest achievement to get on brutal difficulty. So naturally, we're going to do that. We're not going to get 60 or more kills. We're going to do 15 or fewer. We're going to use Cloaked Banshees to exploit the fact that enemies do not bring any detection with them. So Cloaked Banshees, Vikings, Planetary Fortresses, Siege Tanks, Missile Turrets. The typical defense, except we're going to have some Sky Terran that's going to fly around the map and protect us where it is needed the most. Our allies are not that useful.
Amon's shadows will devour all. Kerrigan, may the last of my essence give you the power you need.
The power. It's so much.
You must channel it. Use it against these dark servants.
I'm only going to use Kerrigan to kill Void Thrashers, but if you are counting, keep in mind that these first two do count towards the 15 for the Mastery.
Clear the area, Sarah. Then we'll be able to come down and reinforce you.
I will destroy these Thrashers.
Just hesitated a bit to let her say her line, and now the real mission begins.
I need to focus until this is finished. Jim, you'll have to handle this one.
All right. I've set up my defenses at these 2 points. Looks like we gotta stand our ground if we're gonna get out of this alive.
The swarm will eat its queen unto death.
And the might of the Firstborn stands with you.
Then let's get moving.
This is going to be a frantic mess. Very first thing, we want to get to 2 tanks. Pretty much 2 tanks is all we need for the first few attacks, and then we're going to move out and start picking up resources.
We'll want heavy defenses to give Sarah the time she needs. I hope you're ready for this.
My forces will hold for as long as they can.
Our queen must not be harmed.
10-4.
Okay, some of these are on islands. If I remember, then I'll send some Vikings out to land on them and get them later, but not really focused on that right now. We want to get 2 tanks, and as long as we have like 4 to 5 SCVs repairing this bunker, then this bunker is enough to defend against the first like 3 to 4 attacks.
I have come to seek your death.
What the hell was that?
Amon is sending his minions against us. But I can use this power to stop them if I have to.
Okay, so getting our expansion set up pretty early. We've got our 2 tanks. We need the 2 tanks out, and then we're going to get a group of SCVs down here to repair right around when they start attacking. We can't afford to lose the mining time, though, so I'm mostly just going to let them mine for as long as they can.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay, get on down there, SCVs. Tanks are on their way. We just got to get these set up as soon as possible. The beginning here is super important. So this should be enough to hold on against this first initial attack. And then we're just going to make tons of Banshees. Very, very important. The Banshees are going to help us hold on for a while at the beginning here. Okay, luckily we did not lose that tank. So we're going to keep queuing up SCVs. We got my armory started. And again, now we're just going to get Banshees exclusively along with upgrades. And then we're going to try to get saturated as well. So these guys, I can't afford to have them not mining very much right here, so let's go ahead and get them back on harvesting until we need to send them back to repair. Okay, this eventually needs to be a planetary fortress. These Banshees are coming out. We shouldn't get supply blocked anytime soon. I'll get one depot here just to make sure that we're all good. When you're done with that, just go ahead and get back to mining. Okay, I see some enemies on their way, so let's send our SCVs down here to repair. In fact, I'll give them an extra one just in case. Got some Marines here that can help us out. Start +1. Keep getting SCVs. And make sure that we're constantly making Banshees. So let's hotkey our production here. And then hotkey our Banshees as we build them.
Jim, Zagara and Artanis won't last long if you don't act. You must help them. Or I can use my powers if I must.
What will she become when she is Xel'naga? Do not forget, I have also ascended.
Interesting implication, but we can't really deal with it right now. I trust that she'll be able to handle these Thors herself, because we have to get down here and immediately help Artanis, who... he's a hero on this map, but he's terrible and will die extremely fast. Okay, let's get a few more SCVs, and then we'll switch this over to a planetary fortress. And then we're going to get an SCV down to help Artanis later as well. So, let's cloak, get back into this. Cloak. Gotta kill this anti-air. Artanis is... well, he's not quite dead. He's got resurgence, so that's something. Okay, y'all can decloak. Artanis gonna die, unfortunately, to these Ultralisks. It's, like, impossible to keep him alive at this point, so don't worry about it. We need depots again. Okay, cancel this. We're gonna turn this into a planetary now. And then there's just, like, an endless stream of units that comes down the middle. Once again, this area getting attacked really, really hard, but we should be okay. This planetary should do good work for us. Let's get another refinery. Keep getting SCVs. +1 just about done. Okay, I think he should be able to defend himself now, so I'm going to move up to Zagara, because she's going to get attacked here pretty soon. +2. I'm going to get another starport. Keep getting some Banshees. We're going to need to start getting some Vikings as well. We can also start getting mercenaries. I can use the extra income here by salvaging this.
There's a Void Thrasher near us, Sarah. I think it's going after you. Time to use that power of yours.
Okay, I would say don't hesitate to kill the Void Thrashers with Kerrigan. Just absolutely do not hesitate. Let's go ahead and hotkey here. I'm going to get some extra siege tanks now, and these guys can get back to mining. We can leave 1 or 2 of them here to repair. We need to start getting turrets, and we have to send some SCVs down to Artanis to set up some stuff for him. Okay, let's head back to Artanis. This part, I think I'm going to grab Hell's Angels. Well, we do have a couple Vikings. But there are a couple battle cruisers that come with this attack, so we'll have to get our Vikings down here to help them out. We can kind of kite them. Maybe if that Dark Archon mind control there, that would be cool. But unfortunately, no dice. Okay, and then we're going to decloak here and send these things back to Zagara.
Our base from the other side. These bastards don't let up, do they?
Why would they? Tenacity is advantageous in war.
That isn't what I... oh, hell, never mind.
Okay, I'm going to move my tanks over. It looks like my units are still alive back where I sent them. Looks good. I can also grab a couple science vessels that'll keep us alive. Should be really useful.
Fight or flight.
We can also like pull off an SCV to repair us, and I just need some turrets up in this area. I sent an SCV down here. Oh, I was going to say he's probably dead. He's not dead. I'm going to send Artanis a few more SCVs.
Base is under attack.
And build him some additional units to help him out. Not 100% sure where we get attacked next. I'm going to go ahead and get a planetary there. We're going to start +3 here pretty soon. We need supply. It's always supply.
Complete.
Okay, +3. I'm going to grab siege breakers and give these to Artanis.
A massive onslaught is coming our way, Terran. Aid us!
Okay, I'm not too concerned about Zagara getting attacked here. We have some units. She's not going to need that much help, as long as we cloak and we have more than enough energy. So we're going to grab Duskwings as well. These guys must have gotten stuck because of these depots. Here, you guys come on down here. You can even get bunkers down here as well. And we don't want to stop with the missile turrets up here, because if air units break through this area, we're going to be in trouble. I'm going to get a planetary there as well. Lots of planetaries. Let's go ahead and cloak and just attack into this stuff.
Boros' power courses through me, but half of it still remains.
Okay, get over here and repair. Once again, we need depots. We can decloak. As long as there aren't Thors, and then I believe Zagara is the one that gets hit again. Okay, so planetary here.
Another Void Thrasher's here. Better take care of it before it causes too much trouble.
Okay, blast it. Don't wait. Looks like an attack coming from the bottom left. That's okay. Could get Jackson's Revenge, probably not necessary. And we're going to get Vikings.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, looks like some Thors. Do not ever be decloaked near the Thors, because like 1 or 2 blasts from them and you are dead. So that obviously you don't want to be dead. So okay, go ahead and just keep repairing this. This area should be pretty safe. Zagara is now safe. We're going to decloak. We're going to grab our air units and go and protect Artanis, who is looking pretty good right now. We can load up this bunker if we feel like it, and he's going to need so many turrets. So many air units attack Artanis.
Not enough minerals.
I mean, it's not really even Artanis anymore because he's dead, but that's okay. Okay, planetary there. We're going to leave these guys to repair.
Amon is sending an overwhelming force against me. I will need your assistance, friend Raynor.
Okay, here we go. I'd like to get these Hell's Angels as well. Okay, we have a pretty solid force here. Zagara also gets attacked again. We'll have to back up and help her separately. As usual, just cloak and get in there. And we want to get a bunch of SCVs to repair here. And then we've got the very, very large amount of Banshees to help us out. Okay, Hell's Angels, and as soon as we clear most of this up, then we have to go back and help Zagara. Very important. More Banshees, more Vikings. You do need a lot of Vikings, more than you might expect. Okay, let's decloak. And as long as there aren't Thors, we can head up here to help him out. And I'd like to get a few more tanks to sit in my main base. We're going to start, I guess, +1 plating.
Caution, Raynor. Amon is sending a massive force to you.
And I'm just going to make sure that we've got a lot of SCVs to repair here, and I'll feel relatively safe. And make sure that air units don't obliterate my tanks.
Base is under attack.
Okay, Zagara is safe. We're going to send most of my units down here, and we can send a couple up here. Again, as long as there aren't air units that get through, we can't afford to lose these tanks at this point. Could get Jackson's Revenge just for fun. This is really not the mission to goof around on, though, that's for sure. Okay, this is looking really solid.
Void Thrashers are attacking us, my queen.
Okay, don't hesitate. We don't want her to drop below that 1,500. I'm also going to grab, like, 2 bunkers here to ensure that she doesn't get killed by random units that happen to get through.
If I use this power against Amon's forces, it will delay the transfer. I'll have to be careful.
Okay, again, this is looking real good. I'd like to get more siege breakers, more mercenaries, really, in general. Let's finally get all the rest of these depots out. This is driving me crazy. Guess we have to move these tanks up just a little bit. We're going to get a few more of them as well. There we go. And now they're going to attack both sides very soon. And this is where, again, wherever we can fit turrets, just cram them in there. Just cram in the turrets. We're going to need maybe just a few more tanks down to help out Artanis. And then we'll get some mercenaries to put into these bunkers that we set up for Kerrigan. This is just in case.
Complete.
Just in case some stuff gets through.
The cosmos lies within my grasp.
Okay, and then these tanks move on down here. Again, this is when things are going to start getting
Zagara
wild.
and Artanis will come under attack soon. Defend them, Jim.
She cannot be trusted with the power of the Xel'naga. You know it to be true.
Okay, and it's all going to come down to this attack right here. If we can survive this, everything's awesome. If we can't survive this, everything sucks. Okay, so we got some Banshees. I'll send a few up extra in this direction. You all cloak and just clear this out.
Base is under
Let's
attack.
load up brave devil dogs into these bunkers.
Our SCVs are under attack.
And then down here, this is, I mean, these Broodlords, and there's going to be a huge carrier group, like a huge capital ship group. So we got to try to lure these over our turrets, and then turn and kill them, and then just pray that our anti-ground force is sufficient here. So cloak here. Okay, looks like we did it. Haha! Brave devil dogs, the vanguard of Kerrigan.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Okay, and then we need to take care of this stuff. Okay, decloak. This was what I did not want to have happen, which is, again, having these tanks getting busted through by air units.
There are more Void Thrashers out there. We gotta take them out.
Kill him right away. Do not wait. Get Jackson's revenge. You may have thought that Kerrigan killed it at the end of All In, but you are mistaken. They escaped. They're here to help us.
SCVs are under attack.
Okay, let's move our units over here. We need some Vikings to help us out. We can decloak. And I guess we just need some additional turrets to line this area. We pulled off a lot of SCVs. All right, we got to shift down here to help Zagara. Both sides are getting hit here relatively soon, but we should be fine. Got a really solid air group. Vikings, I'd say. Not even Banshees.
Command. Base is under attack.
Okay, let's cloak. Get in there. No, I said let's cloak. Nope, that's the wrong... That's cloak. Oh my god. It's a disaster. If you lose all these... If you lose all your air units to like one Thor blast, what a disaster. Okay.
This is it. Amon's sending all he has against us.
So let's just take some of these units. Let's leave a group here. Leave some here. We don't need much. At this point, I'd say we've won. Right, there's really... Everything's fine. Zagara will respawn. We've got more than enough defense in these general areas to keep us alive. I mean, air units may be able to break through, but we should be okay. Our defense up here is relatively solid. And, we've got brave devil dogs defending Kerrigan. So let's move down here. Poke some Banshees. Our anti-ground here might be a little dicey, but, again, it's an endless stream of units at this point, so we just gotta hold on. Get up there, Jackson's Revenge, help us out.
Not enough energy. Our SCVs
Okay, just decloak. You're not gonna live either way. So they're probably gonna break through this, and that's just fine. I didn't pull off enough SCVs, but as you can see, we've won, and for the most part, we've held on to all of our battle fronts. So all our allies are alive.
That's it. I have nearly all of the Xel'naga's essence.
I have been honored to serve you, my queen.
The swarm is yours, Zagara. Remember our lessons.
I shall.
It is time. With the last of our essence, a new eternity dawns. The infinite cycles have
these moments together. They will always be with me.
Darling,
We have to go now, Jim.
in this thing. Once and for all.
They said it could not be done, but he has done it. 8 units killed, exclusively Void Thrashers. Lowest Kerrigan life, 2065, clearly above 1500. He has done it, the absolute madman. So much has to come together at the beginning of that mission for it to work out. I tested a lot to understand what is the absolute minimum you need to survive the earliest attacks so that you can start getting that air fleet, because you need a lot of Vikings at the right time to deal with capital ship attacks that go against Artanis specifically. You need planetary fortresses at your expansion in order to hold out when they break through to the bottom left that go against your expansion area from the other ramp. Zagara, for the most part, can hold out, but occasionally the Thors and tanks push through, so I got my 2 Banshees out and I went down and I killed the 2 tanks. There's a lot that go into these strategies. I don't know if you've ever watched someone maybe play these without commentary, but I can explain to you now that it requires a lot of thoughtfulness. It's not just like, I'm going to pick up this mission and blast through it. A lot of it, though, is getting the beginning right. If you can get through the first, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes without losing much, and not getting supply blocked and getting your economy set up, then odds are you'll be able to make it through the end of the map. Because, I mean, by the second half of the map, I didn't really have anything memorized, but I did have the first half of the map down pat after practicing like 3 or 4 times. So that allowed me to really spy a lot of control. Because once you have enough Banshees and Vikings, you really just have to look out for Thors so that you don't lose all your Banshees, and making sure that your Vikings are positioned correctly and making sure you've got those planetaries in the right places with SCVs to repair them, etc., etc. But it's challenging, if you can't tell. There's a reason most people say that this is the one achievement on Brutal they've been unable to get. So maybe this will serve as a nice walkthrough for you. Again, if you can follow step-by-step what I did at the very beginning of the map and get through the first set of attacks, then odds are you'll be able to get where you need to go by the end of it. One thing I wanted to consider trying was building a Shadow Ops and then nuking, specifically that really large carrier battlecruiser attack on Artanis' base. But not super necessary. Everything came together. Everything came up Millhouse. On to the next one, the final mission of Into the Void. Fun fact, the first mission of the epilogue is also called Into the Void, so that was Into the Void, Mission 1, Into the Void. Anyway, we're going on to the last mission next time, where we will be playing a Zerg to finish the job. All right, see you then. Bye now.